Good morning, students. Today we are going to discuss the next topic that comes under private, public, and global enterprises, students. And the name of the next topic is government company. As you know, students, there are three types of public sector undertakings. The very first is departmental undertaking. Second one is statutory corporation or public corporation, and the third one is government company. Now, students, what do you mean by the term government company? This is supposed to be the third public sector undertakings government company as per section 245 of the Companies Act 2013. Government company is a company in which 51% paid up capital is held by the central government or the state government, or partially by the central government or partially by the state government, and the rest of the capital has to be issued to the public. Right, students? I repeat again, students. What do you mean by the term government company? A government company is a company in which is not less than 51% of the paid up share capital is held by the central government or by the state government, or partially by the central government or partially by the state government, or both. Right, students? And rest of the share capital are held in the public. Right, students? As per the provision of the Companies Act 2013, a government company has a separate legal existence. It has a separate legal entity. Right, students? It has a provision of the Companies Act 2013. Right, students? As you read in the chapter Forms of Business Organization, the term joint stock company. Similarly, उसी तरीके से बेटा गवर्नमेंट कंपनी की भी अपनी वर्किंग होती है. Right, students? I hope it is very much clear to you. So, let's discuss the merits and demerits of a government company. The very first is registration. Right, students? A government company is a separate entity and so can manage its affair independently. As I told you earlier, students, government company has a separate legal entity, right, student, different from its members. Members may come or the members may go. The company goes forever. Government company, the board of directors elected by the shareholders of the company, right, students, वो रन करते हैं गवर्नमेंट कंपनी को. फॉर एग्जाम्पल STC, स्टेट ट्रेडिंग कॉर्पोरेशन, स्टील अथॉरिटी ऑफ इंडिया लिमिटेड, भारत हैवी इलेक्ट्रिकल्स लिमिटेड. दीज आर सम ऑफ द एग्जाम्पल्स ऑफ अ government company. Right, students? State Trading Corporation, Steel Authority of India Limited, Bharat Heavy Electricals Limited are the examples of a government company. I hope it is very much clear to you, students. So, autonomous registration is very much compulsory, right, as it is a government company, students. Right? So, a government company is a separate entity and so can manage its affairs independently. There is no parliamentary and ministry control. Of course, students, there is no parliamentary and ministry control in its working, but the accounts, the annual reports has to be submitted in the parliament. Right, students? और बेटा board of directors जो होते हैं बेटा वो ministers appoint करते हैं. Right, students? Of course, with the consent of the ministry. Right? It is just a line that there is no parliamentary and ministry control. As per the if we have to compare the government company with public corporation or departmental undertaking, yes, there is no parliamentary and ministerial control. लेकिन अल्टीमेटली स्टूडेंट्स इसमें होता है बिकॉज इट्स अ गवर्नमेंट कंपनी, तो पार्लियामेंट्री कंट्रोल और मिनिस्ट्री कंट्रोल होता है, वो हम आगे चल के पढ़ेंगे. लेकिन एज कंपेयर टू डिपार्टमेंटल अंडरटेकिंग एंड स्टैट्यूटरी कॉर्पोरेशन, तो उसके रिलेशन में कम होता है. Therefore, it is an autonomous body. All the provision of the Companies Act are applicable on a government company, right? All the provision, मतलब a company is an artificial person created by law, having a separate legal existence, perpetual succession, and a common seat, right? All the provision of the Companies Act 2013 has been applicable in a government company, right, students? But the difference here is that 51% of the paid up share capital is held by the central government or state government or partially both. Right, students? I hope it is very much clear to you. Now come to the ownership, right? The government company is wholly or partially owned by the government. The share capital of these companies owned by the government of India in the name of the president. Of course, as students, it is very much important point to discuss here is that the shares of a government company are sold in the name of the president of India. I repeat, the shares of a government company are sold in the name of the President of India. Right, students? For example, Steel Authority of India Limited, State Trading Corporation, Hindustan Machine Tools, Bharat Heavy Electricals Limited. These are the examples of a government company. I hope ownership is very much clear to you, students. Now come to the management part. The government companies managed by board of directors who are nominated by the government and other shareholders. As I told you earlier, गवर्नमेंट कंपनी को कौन चलाता है? बोर्ड ऑफ डायरेक्टर्स चलाता है और उसको नॉमिनेट कौन करते हैं? शेयर होल्डर्स एंड अदर ऑफिशियल्स. यहाँ पर बेटा अदर ऑफिशियल्स का मतलब क्या होता है? पार्लियामेंट के मिनिस्टर्स. इट इज ऑर्गेनाइज्ड एंड क्रिएटेड बाय द इंडियन कंपनीज एक्ट 2013. Right, students? And the employees working in the government company are also been appointed as per the Companies Act 2013. Right, students? Employees of the government company are appointed according to their own rules and regulations. According to their own rules and regulations means according to the rules and regulations of the government company. Right, students? As mentioned in the Memorandum of Association and Articles of Association of a government company. Right, students, I hope the third part management is very much clear to you. Now come to the other part, separate legal entity. Right, as government companies are separate legal entity distinct from its members. It can sue and be sued. It can purchase and sell the property. It can come into contract. Right, students? So separate legal entity. The government company has a separate legal entity different from its members. It can purchase and sell property in its own name. It can make contracts, sue and be sued in its own name. Right, students? It can purchase and sell property in its own name, sue and be sued. It can enter into contract also. Like any other company, like any other joint stock company as per the Companies Act, Indian Companies Act 2013. Now come to the other students. Ministerial control. A government company is subject to ministerial control. The concerned ministry makes appointment of director. The concerned ministry. What the concerned ministry? The central government or the state government is the concerned ministry. Right, students? They appoint the directors with the help of shareholders. Shareholders कौन है बेटा? जो जिनके पास 49% shares होंगे. The ministry may issue directors and can assume the overall supervision of the undertaking. Right, students? And can overall supervision of the undertaking. Right, students? I hope this is very much clear to you. So, ministerial control, of course, in government company also ministerial control is there, but it is compared to less as compared to departmental undertaking and statutory corporation. Right, students? Financial autonomy. Right, students? As compared to other two types of public sector undertaking, that is public corporation and departmental undertaking, government company enjoys much more freedom in financial terms. डिपार्टमेंटल अंडरटेकिंग का तो बेटा सारा पैसा गवर्नमेंट ट्रेजरी में जमा हो जाता है. पब्लिक कॉर्पोरेशन का भी सारा पैसा बेटा पार्लियामेंट देखती है. गवर्नमेंट कंपनी का भी सारा पैसा बोर्ड ऑफ डायरेक्टर्स इलेक्टेड बाय द पार्लियामेंट देखते हैं, लेकिन इट कैन एंजॉय अ स्मॉल डिग्री ऑफ फ्रीडम ऑल्सो. द गवर्नमेंट कंपनी एंजॉयज बोरोइंग पावर्स, यानी कि इट कैन बोरो लोन्स फ्रॉम द पब्लिक. इट कैन रेज कैपिटल बाय इश्यू ऑफ वेरियस सिक्योरिटीज, बैंक्स, फाइनेंशियल इंस्टीट्यूशंस, शेयर्स, डिबेंचर्स, पब्लिक डिपॉजिट्स. It is free from its revenue for the growth and expansion of the company. Right, students? Government company is free अपने business को expand करने के लिए. Right, students? It enjoys full autonomy in all business decision and take actions according to the business. It can take actions according to the business, and the government company is free. Right, students? For taking decisions. I hope financial autonomy is very much clear to you. Now come to the another one. Efficient staff. The recruitment and remuneration of employees of government company is independently decided by the company itself. Right? What are the how many employees are required in the organization? Yeah, how many directors are required? Employees are required. How many departments are required? Right, students, in a government organization. So it can independently recruit and appoint the employees. Right? They are not governed by the civil services rule. It is very much clear to you, students, that they are not governed by the services rule. So efficient staff means the recruitment and remuneration of employees of the government companies independently decided by the company itself. They are not governed by the civil service rules. I hope this efficient staff is very much clear to you. Now come to the accountability. Of course, the accountability means jawabdehi, being answerable. right? As I told you earlier, the government company is accountable to the parliament concerned. The government company shows the statement of accounts to the parliament concerned, right students? The government company are accountable to the ministry or the department concerned, जो भी government departments के head होते हैं. Its annual report is presented and discussed in the parliament, as I told you earlier, or state assembly, right? So the annual records, the annual accounts is presented and discussed in the parliament or state assembly. Government company are exempted from the accounting and audit rules, right students? They are free from accounting and audit rules. जबकि बेटा as compared to departmental undertaking and statutory corporation, they are not free as compared to accounting and audit rules. I hope this is very much clear to you students. So let's discuss the government company, right? So according to the section 245 of the Indian Companies Act 2013, a government company means any company in which not less than 51% of the paid up capital is held by the central government or by the state government or partly by the central government or partly by the state government, right students? Since the government is the major shareholders and exercise control over the management of these companies, they are known as government companies, right students? All provisions, right students, all provisions of the government company are applicable and the shares are purchased in the name of the President of India, right students? I hope it is very much clear to you. So for example, Steel Authority of India Limited, Hindustan Machine Tools, right students, State Trading Corporation, Bharat Heavy Electricals Limited, these are some of the examples of government company, right? It is an organization created by the Indian Companies Act 2013, right students? The government company has a separate legal entity distinct from its members, right students? Separate legal entity है बेटा, distinct from its members, right? It can purchase and sell property in its own name, right students? Sue and be sued. It can make into contracts in its own name, right students? The provision of the Companies Act regulate the management of the company. Employees of the company are appointed according to their own rules and regulations. That comes under Memorandum of Association and Articles of Association, students, right students? Government company is exempted from accounting and audit rules, students. Accounting and audit rules से ये exempt होते हैं, right student? The government company procure funds from government shareholding, right? And capital market. Capital market means the money market, right students? I hope it is very much clear to you, right? It can be formed by fulfilling the requirement of the Indian Companies Act 2013. The government company is a separate entity, so they can manage its affairs independently. These company reduces unhealthy business practices by providing goods and services at reasonable price. It enjoys full autonomy in all business decisions and take action according to the business. Right students, I hope it is very much clear to you students. So these 8 subheadings are very much clear students as we compare to departmental undertaking and statutory corporation. Now come to the demerits. Of course, there are some demerits of a government company also. As I told you earlier students, these are all the public sector enterprises, right students? These are all the public sector enterprises, whether it is a departmental undertaking, whether it is a statutory corporation, whether it is a government company. मिनिस्ट्री का और गवर्नमेंट का कंट्रोल तो होगा ही होगा. Autonomy, freedom is on papers only. Ministry, board of directors appointed by the shareholders or by the ministry concerned, वो unnecessarily interfere करते ही करते हैं हर एक working में, whether it is a statutory corporation, whether it is a departmental company or whether it is a government company. So let's discuss the very first, autonomy on papers only, right? These are the demerits of the government company. Autonomy on papers only. In actual practice, the government being the major shareholder detects the terms and get the things done in its own way, right students? As government is the major shareholders, so they can do the work as per their own way. They can deal as per their own way. Dealings उनकी अपने तरीके से होती है. किसकी बेटा? गवर्नमेंट कंपनी की. It might contain delay also, right students, and which creates the loss, right? If the decisions are not taken on the right time, might create a loss to the government company also. Second is political interference. The independent character of a government company exists in paper only. ministers, politicians and government officials often interfere in its functioning. Right students, ministers, government officials are often interfere in the dealings of the government company. Right students, because they have their own interest in these type of public sector enterprises. Right, so unnecessary interference से government companies की working में फर्क पड़ता है. Decision has been late, decision must not be taken on the right time sometimes. Government representatives, the board of directors are elected by the shareholders, as I told you earlier, students, or by the parliament ministry concerned. They please the parliament ministers and ignore the interest of government companies sometimes. Right students, so let's discuss. The board of directors of government companies appointed by the government. So these directors always try to please the government rather than improving efficiency of the government company. Right students, I hope this is very much clear to you. So autonomy on papers only. Let's discuss the demerits one by one, students. Autonomy on papers only. Right students, so since the government is the sole shareholder, the provision of the Companies Act does not have much relevance, right? It is not accountable directly to the parliament, but they can please, the board of directors can please to the parliament ministry concerned, right? The government being the only shareholder, the management and administration lies in the hands of the government. The main purpose of the government company must be defeated sometimes, right students? The independent character of government company exists in paper only. Ministers, politicians and government officials interfere in its functioning. Right students, so these are the disadvantage of a government company. Now what are the suitability? ये suitability कहाँ है बेटा? Government company कहाँ पे suitable होगी? Government company वहाँ पे suitable होगी when the government company compete with the private company. Right students, so let's discuss where the government wishes to control a company in the private sector. Right students, this is supposed to be the very first suitability, where the government wishes to control a company in the private sector without nationalization, where project requires government planning and funds. Where project requires government planning and funds. Where the government wishes to go for a collaboration with the private sector. जहाँ पे government sector private sector के साथ मिलकर collaboration करती है, government company is most suitable. Right students, and all the provision of the Companies Act 2013 are applicable to the government unless otherwise specified. Right? It means all the provisions of the Companies Act 2013 are applicable to government unless otherwise specified. I hope this is very much clear to you. So this is supposed to be the suitability. Right students? So beta suitability अभी आपने पढ़ी है. इसमें suitability क्या है? Where the government wishes to control a company in the private sector, where the projects require government planning and funds, where the government wishes to go for a collaboration with the private enterprise, where the governments want to promote and develop a field of economic activities in the public sector. Right students, so these are the suitability. So let's compare the government company with departmental undertaking and public corporation. Right students, as you know, there are three types of undertaking that comes under public sector enterprises. Departmental undertaking. The example of departmental undertaking is railways, post and telegraph, where strict secrecy are required. Departmental undertaking must be there. It is the right option. For example, defense. Right students. The next is public corporation or statutory corporation. It comes into existence with the special act of the parliament concerned. Right students, and it is managed by the state and the central legislature. For example, ONGC, Air India, Indian Airlines. Right students, RBI, State Bank of India. Right, LIC, UTI, by the special act of the parliament concerned. Right, so government company as per section 2 subsection 45 of the Indian Companies Act 2013, a government company is a company in which not less than 51% paid up capital is held by the central government or by the state government, or partly by the central or state government, or both, and rest of the share capital has to be distributed in the public. Right, students? So this company is Indian, as per the Indian Companies Act 2013 के जितने भी फीचर्स हैं वो बेटा हमारे गवर्नमेंट कंपनी के अंदर एप्लीकेबल है. सेपरेट लीगल एक्सिस्टेंस, परपेचुअल सक्सेशन, कॉमन सील, राइट स्टूडेंट्स, एंटर इनटू अ कॉन्ट्रैक्ट, sue and be sued, राइट स्टूडेंट्स. एंड दिस गवर्नमेंट कंपनी के एग्जांपल्स है बेटा स्टील अथॉरिटी ऑफ इंडिया लिमिटेड, राइट स्टूडेंट, स्टेट ट्रेडिंग कॉर्पोरेशन लिमिटेड, हिंदुस्तान मशीन टूल्स, right, and Bharat Heavy Electrical Limited. These are the examples of a government company. Actually, the suitability of the government companies where private sector exists, right? Where private sector exists and has a competition. Government company has to make a competition with the private sector or collaborate with the private sector. Government company is most suitable. All the provisions of the Companies Act 2013 is applicable under government company. Right, students? I hope this is very much clear to you. So let's discuss registration. Of course, students, registration is very much compulsory. It is a separate legal entity, so it can manage independently. All the provisions of the Companies Act are applicable in the government company. Right, students? Ownership. The government company is wholly or partially owned by the government. The share capital of this company, right, students, is purchased with the name of the President of the India. The share of the government company has been purchased by the name of the President of India. Management. The government company is managed by board of directors who are nominated by the government and other shareholders. It is organized and created by the Indian Companies Act 2013. Employees of the government company are appointed according to their own rules and regulations. Right, students? जो भी गवर्नमेंट कंपनी के अंदर एम्प्लॉयज हैं दे हैव टू बी अपॉइंटेड अकॉर्डिंग टू देयर ओन रूल्स एंड रेगुलेशंस एज स्पेसिफाइड इन मेमोरेंडम ऑफ एसोसिएशन एंड आर्टिकल्स ऑफ एसोसिएशन. Now students, what do you mean by memorandum of association and articles of association? These are the two important documents which a company has to file and prepare and submit it to the ROC, Registrar of Companies. As per government company also, right students, as per government company also, both memorandum of association and article of association, these documents are being prepared by the government company also and has to be submitted to the ROC, that is Registrar of Companies. Right students? So memorandum of association contains the external affairs of the company, while the articles of association contains the internal affairs of the company. Memorandum of association में बेटा कितनी कैपिटल है, who are the members, right students, ये these are who are the suppliers, from where they can get the raw material, right, what are their annual budget क्या है, how much capital invested, कितनी capital से वो start कर रहे हैं, ये सारी बातें memorandum of association में लिखी जाती हैं. It deals with the outside affairs of the company. जबकि articles of association में students it deals with the internal affairs of the company, company के internal rules and regulations that is applicable to the employee, that comes under